likes me at tea time. Everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
That was my impression of Taylor Swift. Did you know there are people declaring a holy war against Taylor Swift? And did you know that her fans are psychotic?
I close my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there on the balcony in summer air.
But so are the fans of a lot of different things. Today we're going to be discussing that in the video. And also how Taylor Swift has fucking ruined football for me.
Hey Taylor, you're ruining it! You're ruining football!
But you're gonna be surprised, because I actually kind of like Taylor Swift, so we'll get into this, boys. One of the most contentious things in popular culture right now is this random woman called Taylor Swift, who has become somehow one of the most famous people that has ever existed, maybe even more so than Michael Jackson. There's a lot of stuff about Michael Jackson out there. If you look up the words Michael Jackson together, isn't that crazy? T Swift and the Swifties have been in the news a lot lately. I've been seeing it everywhere, guys, because I actively look at the news. Just kidding. I don't fucking look at anything but the inside of my eyelids and my dick when I'm jerking. She hasn't been in the news just because of her insane fan base attacking my friend Hunter, aka Meat Canyon, by the way. She's been in the news for many other reasons. Football and stuff.
To the frenzy over the two biggest forces on the planet colliding Sunday night, Taylor Swift and the NFL. The superstar was in the house at the Chiefs game last night, there to cheer on Travis Kelce.
She's decided to invade a group of people who are self-proclaimed it being for the dudes, I guess. Football doesn't like Taylor Swift. If you don't give a shit about football, I don't really give a shit about football as soon as the Cowboys are out of the running. How do we get from Taylor Swift and football to this? Trump allies pledge holy war against Taylor Swift. What the fuck does that even mean? If you don't like football that much and you haven't dedicated your entire personality to the sport, Taylor Swift has recently found a new boyfriend. She's kind of known for having a lot of boyfriends, I think, and she makes songs about them. I think I don't listen to a lot of her music aside from the song Anti-Hero. That shit slaps hard as fuck, especially Josiah and the Bonnevilles cover of it. That specifically slaps hard as fuck. But Taylor Swift has another boyfriend. I think this is like 30 or something. I'm not exactly sure. Seems like a normal amount, I guess. I don't really know. I haven't had that many boyfriends. She got a new one named Travis Kelce. I just burped and I taste weed. Weird. This fella is a football player who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs as a tight end. And he's a pretty big star in the football realm. And because of her newfound relationship, Mrs. Swift has been going to games and showing up in the stands.
David and Sylvia, I can explain this in about 11 Taylor Swift song titles for you. It is incredible how this love story has enchanted some NFL fans and Swifties alike. And clearly, Travis Kelce is the man.
And the NFL loves it. They make it known. They show her in the stands periodically through the games.
She's here. Taylor is in the house.
Again.
Took care of all the Taylor Swift song titles right out of the gate. Carson Daly knocking that out for us.
And again.
The Jersey Kid back in his home state for 6.
And again.
There's Taylor Swift and the VIPs who are here watching.
And again.
Halfway through the third, Taylor's still here.
And again.
I think Travis Kelce's living the good life. Donna Kelce's living the best life of all.
And again.
Mike, back to Taylor Swift. The Taylor effect is real. Travis Kelce gained almost 900,000 new followers.
This is a video posted on the NFL's YouTube channel. How sad is that shit? Taylor Swift is a regular at the Chiefs and Kelce games. Fuck cares, dude? This has been going on for a while, though. They've been dating for a good bit. That video specifically was posted back in October of 2023. It's not like a brand new thing that's happening and just started popping up out of nowhere. She's been around for a good while, posing as a Chiefs fan because of her boyfriend, I think. How did this all start? How did Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift all start? Well, from what I could gather from my 15 seconds of research and by looking at people who are unhealthily obsessed with Taylor Swift, Travis was shooting his shot with Taylor by going on podcast.
Disappointed that she doesn't talk before or after her shows because she has to save her voice for the 44 songs that she sings. So I was a little butthurt I didn't get to hand her one of the bracelets I made for her.
You made her a bracelet?
Yeah. If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and I received a bunch of them being there, but I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it. Not right now.
After this epic moment in the history of humanity, rumors started spreading about the two of them hanging out, and she even showed up to a Chiefs game wearing a red shirt. You know, dude, that's awesome, man. That's so cool.
We've been avoiding this subject out of respect for your personal life. Now we got to talk about it.
Yeah, my personal life that's not so personal.
Yeah, well.
I did this to myself, Jason. I know this.
Well, Trav, how's it feel that Taylor Swift has finally put you on the map?
And thus begins. I flew from Texas. Where's Terrell? Go Terrell's boyfriend. This is a 67-year-old man. So it's been memes and stuff up until now, but the Chiefs just won the playoffs and they're going to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, I pray on their downfall at every turn. During the playoff game, guess who ran onto the field and showed support to Travis Kelce? Well, it was Taylor fucking Swift. Me on January 28th, watching the Chiefs get the final touchdown, then proceed to do the surf and swag while Taylor Swift runs onto the field in the Travis Kelce arms and she slaps him and said, "That's for almost losing." Then she kisses him and says, "And that's for winning." She's getting a lot of attention and it's making people very, very, very angry. And by the way, it has turned incredibly political. I'm all for hating on Taylor Swift. I'm all for hating on anybody. I love hating people. I don't actually. I'm a very positive person aside from people on Kick maybe. I don't dislike Taylor Swift at all, but seeing large swaths of people just unnecessarily angry at something really brings a lot of joy to my soul from both sides, whether it's, you know, the cult of Taylor Swift wanting to murder and plotting on the demise of my personal friends, or for some reason the new Trump holy war. Dude, the comments on the video that we talked about earlier that was posted by the NFL, there are a lot of people expressing their distaste with seeing Taylor over and over and over. This was actually ridiculous. The way NBC showed almost constant shots of Swift and Roger. It was like a P game for the entire game. Like fans at home didn't have their TV on to watch a good game, but to see those two. I say we. Never mind. I don't say we do anything. I'm not gonna have any sort of, I love putting calls to action in my videos, but maybe it's best to not in this context. A lot of negative comments. Also a lot of comments on Twitter. People very, very upset about having to constantly see Taylor Swift because what the fuck does Taylor Swift have to do with football? She's just really famous. That's all. Who cares? Oh my God, there she is. I'm not even a Taylor Swift hater, but how many times are we posting this? Starting to get cringe, OP. Most people don't really seem to care that much about Taylor Swift or want to see her every few moments posted all over the internet for no specific reason. I get people's frustration, especially NFL viewers, people who want to watch the football games, the football games, running the ball, throwing the ball, catching the ball. I just want to watch my football and eat my snacks. A lot of people feel that football is sacred. There are a very large group of people that do feel that way. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about football. It's a man's sport. We gotta keep women out of this thing. They ruin that shit. There's no women out there on the field for a reason. Seriously though, people do actually think like this and they are, you know, fully entitled to their opinion. It's an interesting opinion for sure, but at the end of the day, football is fucking dumb. It's a game. If you really boil it down, it's a game with balls that dudes get paid a lot of money to play. It's a ball game. It's literally a ball game with like sports ball, throw ball, catch ball. Millions of people go, "Ah! What the fuck?" On top of this, people have been making AI art of Taylor Swift that she's been obviously incredibly upset with, because I could not imagine being a person who doesn't want to be shown as someone doing porn. I guess to spite her, they put her like on the football field and made her have body paint on and do a bunch of really weird shit. That, I think we can all agree on, is very fucked up and should not be done in any way, shape, or form, and is probably the most fucked up use of AI that has ever existed. And there is a lot of it of Taylor Swift. These were all seen by a lot of people, and the horrible ones that don't exist anymore were seen by a ton of people over on Twitter. my favorite app in the whole wide world. Her community was absolutely furious, rightfully so. I think it's very fucked up and disgusting to do that to someone, and I feel like there should be laws preventing that if there aren't already. Her community kind of did a good job just drowning out all the AI stuff by posting videos and images of her. And Twitter also blocked just Taylor Swift in general as a search because of the AI deepfakes. Her fans were not happy. She was not happy. And now the word on the street is that she's going to take legal action.
According to the Daily Mail, the singer is, quote, furious, and legal action is being considered. This account that posted the pictures, though, no longer exists. And I mentioned those Taylor Swift fans. They basically started flooding the app with videos of her performing to kind of drown out those explicit images, guys.
The White House even made a statement. That's how big all this stuff is. White House alarmed by circulation of fake AI-generated Taylor Swift photos.
So I'm glad you asked that question because it is alarming. We are alarmed by the reports of the circulation of images that you just laid out.
Not to be mean to Taylor Swift but and her fans and like her, you know, this is very important, but at the same time, there's a lot more stuff that the White House should be alarmed by. To speak more specifically of the AI-generated images of Taylor Swift, the account that posted them has been annihilated and suspended, so it seems like the issue has been dealt with for now, at least, but it's probably going to continue to pop up with more and more people as time goes on. And I'd go out on a limb and say that this is a result of her being shown with the NFL thing. This ridiculous recent conflagration of her success and popularity from the combination of her already massive footprint. She fucking sells out hotels for years in advance or some shit. There's a carbon footprint wherever she goes. Stadiums every single day, massive 3-hour shows that are tight as fuck. She's literally second to none to like Elvis and Michael Jackson, maybe even more. I really don't know. I don't have the numbers to quantify that. When you combine that with America's game, NFL, it makes a lot of people pay attention. And I feel like that led to the whole politicizing aspect of it and the whole hate from the NFL community, and probably led to the AI thing. So fucking annoying. But at least she's not begging for the camera actively. I don't understand how anyone could deal with the amount of pressure that she's under at all times. I live in a little small cabin in the woods, basically, and I can't even deal with this shit. Anyways, I'm a little late to the party as always, but a lot happened before the Chiefs won against the Ravens that also needs to be talked about in this video. Before the final game of the Ravens and the Chiefs, there was a bunch of memes in regard to Lamar Jackson being the savior that has to beat Travis Kelce so nobody has to see Taylor Swift anymore. Lamar Jackson was the hero of the people for about 2 hours. Crazy people were making edits and stuff saying he was going to destroy the competition to make sure Travis Kelce didn't make it to the Super Bowl in spite of Taylor Swift.
Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us.
24 hours to save us. Save us, Lamar Jackson. I don't even know the rules, the team, the game, everything, but I'm cheering Lamar Jackson. I hate the Ravens because I'm from Virginia, Northern Virginia. There's a rivalry between Northern Virginia and Baltimore and Maryland, which is a shithole of a state and the worst state in the entire union. And quite frankly, I'm a Swiftie. And alas, Swift prevails. He lost. He fucking failed. They lost. They got cooked. Fans around the world were screaming in agony. Even Meat Canyon was cheering on Lamar Jackson. And that's no surprise after the way his animation was received by Taylor Swift's fans.
Arrowhead Stadium is electric this Sunday as Taylor Swift is here before the kickoff, cheering on her man Travis Kelce. My God, is she beautiful.
I'm thinking about breaking up with Taylor.
Wait, you're gonna break up with Taylor Swift? Oh my God.
No. That's not what I said. I didn't say that.
That motherfucker's gonna break up with her. I think he's gonna break up with him. He's gonna break up with Taylor. Travis Kelce's gonna break up with Taylor. I think he's gonna break up. I think he's gonna break up with Travis Kelce. He's gonna break up with Taylor. He's gonna break up with Taylor.
Just kidding. He actually loves the Chiefs. He's a Kansas City fellow all day long. Obviously, it's just a stupid joke. I was making another stupid joke. Another one. Anyways, fucking Ravens flunked. Good. Chiefs. I hate the Chiefs and I hate the 49ers even more. So why the fuck is she shown so much? Well, my little stupid friends, it's because she's one of the most famous people of all time. That being said, even Travis Kelce says it's too much. Kelce admitted, I think it's fun when they show who was at the game. I think it brings a little bit more to the atmosphere, brings a little bit more to what you're watching. But at the same time, I think, they're overdoing it. Jason finished, which is his brother or something. They're overdoing it a little bit for sure, especially with my situation. But I think I just tried to have fun with it. It'd be funny if he's like, yeah, they're fucking overdoing it, dude. They're a bunch of pieces of shit. They're capitalizing heavily off of my relationship. This has become one of the most exploitative relationships that has ever existed in any form of media of all time. You have Taylor Swift, who has earned every ounce of what she's gained, and now the NFL, which is a massive multi-billion-dollar organization, is just exploiting every small drop of what she's earned. And I, Travis Kelce, am the fucking I am the medium. I'm the absolute puddle, and they're just stepping me. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm just a pawn in the game, and soon she's gonna break up with me, and then she's gonna write a song about me, and I'm gonna have to and then she's gonna get with Lamar Jackson, or at least we can hope.
Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us.
Taylor Swift is fucking Spotify's top artist, I think ever. 26 billion streams worldwide. Huh? She beat out Bad Bunny, The Weeknd, and Lana Del Rey. Who are those people aside from Lana Del Rey? I have no idea. She was also Times Person of the Year, for fuck's sake. This bitch has had some huge accomplishments. For her Eras tour, or whatever the fuck it's called, she made over $700 million on that one tour. That's crazy. Actually, $700 million, that's outdated. $4.1 billion of personal earnings. Are you shitsing my dickie? That Eras tour was the first tour that a human has ever done to gross over $1 billion. And it's a long tour, by the way. It isn't like a couple month tour. It is a massive, big chungus tour. And it's estimated to make another $1 billion in 2024 sales. Why? I don't fucking have any idea. That is insane. Tickets are even as high as $900. Hey, why? It's not that good. Technically, Taylor Swift is 5.5% of the NFL's yearly take. And that's a massive conglomeration, multiple billion-dollar teams, all this merch, and this thing that's been around for nearly 100 years, nearly 100 years. Imagine how much money Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are going to make in just merch during the Super Bowl. The advertising revenue from the 2022 Super Bowl was over $570 million, which was a record. I assume 2023 was a little bit higher. 2024 will probably be even fucking bigger because of Taylor Swift. Like I said, 5% at least just of revenue she generates. Imagine what is her stock comparatively speaking overall. She's probably 20% as famous as the NFL. What the fuck? Okay, now let's get into the political side of the Taylor Swift argument and the Taylor Swift debate and the NFL in regard to it. By God, do you guys think that Taylor Swift is a fucking psyop from the government or something? A lot of people do believe that Taylor Swift is a psyop for the government. Do I think she's a psyop personally? I don't think she's a psyop. In all honesty, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but some people do think, and this might be why. Whenever something that people can't wrap their minds around happens or occurs, and a lot of people love it, and then some people don't understand, they feel cognitive dissonance, and then they start to just create conspiracies and thinking that things are not real because they're paranoid, etc., etc., etc. Taylor Swift posted this on her timeline. You registered to vote? Yep, I've been so lucky to see so many of you guys in my US service. I heard you raise your voices, and I know how powerful they are. Make sure you're really ready to use them in your elections this year. Register to vote in less than 2 minutes at vote.org. And because of her previous voting choice, people think that she is now essentially a spokesperson to get young people to vote for Joseph Biden. She had this Biden-Harris 2020. She made these honestly disgusting looking cookies. Politics aside, they look like ass. I feel like if you're a billion-dollar woman, you can probably make a little bit better cookies than that. They look like shit. Just saying. And people aren't wrong by assuming she does have a lot of influence over political action. Check this out. She has 272 million followers on Instagram, by the way, which is fucking ridiculous. 35,000 new registrants, according to vote.org. That's pretty impressive. And registering to vote is an incredibly important thing. There's a bit more merit to Taylor Swift's political influence, backed up now by hard-hitting data gathered by a Redfield and Wilton Strategies poll that showed 18% of voters would align their choice with Taylor Swift's. This is according to Newsweek, which is a pretty biased I would say. Regardless of who she votes for, it doesn't really matter. I think everyone should do their own fucking due diligence. And I'm an entertainer, and I do things to entertain people. And honestly, I feel as though my political value and opinions matter very little. I do not want to be an influencer that influences people in anything but just making them laugh, hopefully. So, Taylor Swift is off to the Super Bowl in her first affiliated season. Coincidence? Is Taylor Self or Swift or one massive American cyclop? America is wild. Yes, thank you at Bill Gates is a psyop. What the fuck? Before we sign off, I do like this tweet by Ryan McIntosh. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Kelce passes the trophy to Taylor before promptly getting down on one knee and proposing. 2 months pass and she announces her pregnancy. Marriages and birth rates skyrocket. The Communist Chinese Party collapses. Amazon moves HQ to Kansas City. The S&P 500 hits 9,000. Oh, what a great day to be alive. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think people have a right to be angry? I think these old douches on fucking NFL shit, they got a right to be angry. I don't give a fuck. Taylor Swift, they got a right to be angry and all that stuff. The insane parasocial relationships that both of them have with their, for one, sports ball team, and the other one is just a girl. I think it's all awesome, and I'm excited to watch it all eventually burn to the ground from my compound deep in the woods. Am I gonna watch the Super Bowl? For sure. Yo!